everybody, welcome back to the FM24 Youth Academy Challenge with Folkestone Invicta, and it's the best day of the season. It's Youth Intake Day. We always get excited for Youth Intake Day to see what the next generation of players coming through are going to be looking like. Our Youth Academy intakes have been getting slightly worse, but that's because our strength of squad has been getting slightly stronger, and I don't know, I feel like we're actually getting to a point where the players coming through now, unless they're superstars, we might not even see them in this save, because we are getting very close, I think, to a Champions League final. Now, I'm recording this early because I'm on holiday when you see this, so I haven't seen the comments around the question I asked last episode, which was, do you think we should do a one and done thing with this series? One Champions League final only is our chance to complete this series. That's what we did in Toledo, and we won it. We didn't do that in Guiseley, and we lost two Champions League finals back to back. So let me know your thoughts on that down below if you didn't answer last time. And even if you did, let me know again. I should have responded to those comments, but I haven't seen them before recording this video. Let's get into it. Yes, hello everybody, fellow managers. Welcome back to the save, and we find ourselves second in the table behind Chelsea because they're really good. 2 points off of Chelsea still, I think. 61 for us, 63 for them. They are just so good at scoring goals. It is absolutely ridiculous. We've both won 19 games. We've lost 6. They've lost 4. We've drawn 4. They've drawn 6. That is the 2 point difference. And I don't know if we're going to be able to sort of catch them up because they're just so good in this universe. It's absolutely ridiculous. But having a quick look at other things before we go into the youth intake, then looking at the schedule, we're doing all right. We are through to the Champions League quarterfinals, but don't know who we're playing yet. And well, I was going to say there's some big teams in there, but as you'd imagine, it's the Champions League, so there's big teams left in the quarterfinals. We beat Roma in the first knockout rounds. We got a 1-0 win away and then a 1-1 draw after extra time in the second leg to go through in that one. We could be facing off against Benfica, Inter Milan, Barcelona, PSG, Chelsea, Man United, or Newcastle in the quarterfinals. We won't be seeing that during today's episode. It's going to be happening in a couple of days' time. But yeah, We'll update you. Hopefully we get through it and then back for the semi-finals, I guess, because we've already done quarterfinals at one point on this save. So I want to keep, as I said before, keep the pace going and see what we're doing. But yeah, we've been doing all right. A few losses in here as well. We are out of both cup competitions, which is not too disappointing. As I said, like, we're focusing on the Champions League. That is all we need to go and win in this save from now on to finish it. But we're doing okay. We're still second in the league. We're still picking up wins against good teams like Arsenal, Middlesbrough we've beaten again. And yeah, we beat Roma, didn't we, in the Champions League. So we're through, and that's the most important thing. Overall, it's not too bad. In terms of the squad, Englefield is still up there as our top goal scorer with 17 for the season, but closely followed by 16 by Ruffles and 11 for Kadakuedu. They've also got 17 assists for Hayden Ruffles, is just ridiculous. 15 assists for Kadakuedu up there as well. John Perry Joseph having a bit of an off season, 8 and 8 for him. Obviously he's been in double figures every season since he's probably been at the club in the starting 11, so that is a little bit of a concern. But shout out to Akeem Maxwell, scoring goals in the under-21s. He's up in the first team and scoring goals for the first team as well. 2 in 4 for him, but 4 in 7 for all competitions this year. So he's started life in the first team very well. And we've had a little bit of a mix around with players in the first team. Maxwell's one of the ones called up. Liam Gomez, the Gibraltarian, who I could really do in my streaming save for Europa Point, to be honest. He's been called up as well, getting some good training with the first team. Two or three, I think, 5 appearances for the first team. 6.72 average rating, so nothing too bad in there. Obviously, Falcone and Zhang Jipeng are doing very, very well. Sam Spetch has been called up to the first team as well, a new holding midfielder, a bit younger, getting some first team experience, currently suspended for the next game. And that's about it for now. There'll be a few more coming up, but we have had some transfer news because we've got loan moves for Marcelo Holic. He has gone out on loan to Forest Green for a bit more first team football to see if he can develop a little bit more. At the moment, it's not really working for him, but he's out there playing on loan. Stephen Denton has gone out on loan as well, the fullback. He's gone, again, hoping to see if he can get a bit more experience, but I think he's reached his peak, so probably won't be doing too much more for us. Robert Atkinson has gone on loan to Mansfield, dropping down a couple of divisions. Should really be ripping it up in Mansfield, and isn't, on a 6.66 with 2 goals in 8. Isn't the greatest. And then Nicky Burbage has gone on loan to Stoke City as well. One that I'm quite excited to maybe get a bit more first team football next year. We're going to see how he gets on at Stoke and see what he does. At the moment, 1 goal in 8 and a 6.57 is not encouraging him into my line of thinking at all, to be honest. And then Ege Okal, we gave a new contract. As part of his contract, he was desperate for a loan move out. 18 years old, he's gone on loan to the lower divisions of Germany, where he's playing very, very well, which is unsurprising because he's come from a Premier League team. So, yeah, very good stuff for him there as well. I think I forgot to even mention in the last episode that Georges Presman has left. And we got a fair good chunk of money for him. 925k, potentially rising to £2 million. I'll take that all day because he was nowhere near our first team, and I don't think ever was going to be near our first team. So I was very happy with that one. And we released Nicky Shadbolt to Notts County on a free transfer. The goalkeeper, never really good. Actually looks really looks like an AI generated face of someone that I used to play football with in Bristol. So called Ben. But there you go. But other than that, not too much. We did also release, I swear I released someone, release players. Yes, Christian Parrott. I mutually terminated his contract. Although he was blessed with unbelievable physical attributes, just didn't play, couldn't cut it. 5 appearances, got a 7, but I'd rather give that place to someone who's younger, who we can improve technically. So Christian Parrott's gone and is still looking for a new club. But of course, what we're here to look at is the newer youth intake. So let's go over and have a look at this. Is it? And it's not great. It says we could have the makings of a potential golden generation on our hands, and then says it's a below average intake. So, you know, take it as you see fit. Lenny Watch and James Wood are 2 top talents coming through. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 good talents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decent talents as well. So off the bat, it doesn't look like the greatest intake there, does it? So let's go and have a look in our under-18s youth candidates view, what we want to see. And right, okay, so potentially wise, James Wood is a 4-star, Leon Watch is 3.5 star, a few 3 stars in there, a few 2.5, 2 stars, and then 1 and a bit as well, which isn't amazing. I've just realised that's looking at the wrong view, isn't it? Let's get our Youth Academy view on. There we go. That's what I wanted to look at. In terms of positions, we've got a goalkeeper, which is always good, always handy. Centre back, left back, right back, centre, left back, and holding midfield, right back, midfield, centre, attacking midfield, right. DM, defensive midfield centre, and a defender centre that can't play DM. Okay. Midfield right and left, attacking midfield right, attacker centre, midfield centre, attacking midfield right centre, midfield and attacking midfield centre, 2 left wingers, I'll call them, a midfield right centre striker, and Edwin Collins, who's a winger striker up there as well. A good range of nationalities, actually. An Angolan, majority are English, as you'd expect, but a Finnish, Portuguese, Irish, 2 Scotsmen, and 2 Welshmen as well. Personalities, 1 temperamental, 2 low determination, quite a few unambitious, 3 balanced, 1 light-hearted, 1 fairly loyal, 1 fairly determined, and 1 spirited. That's not a great intake for personalities either. Media handling wise, we've got a few level-headeds in there, a few media friendlies, 2 outspoken, volatile, and confrontational for Mark Owen. 2 unflappables, 1 unflappable media friendly, and 1 volatile, or 2 volatiles and media friendlies as well. Ability wise, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that are 1 star off the bat, and everybody else is half a star. Potential we've already gone through. Jumping reach, we've got 15 for Dan Davies. Pace wise, we've got 13 for 3 players, Edward Collins, Ross Laird, and James McDonald. Acceleration is 14 for Ross Laird and Mark Owen. Determination is 16 for Pertti Kuusen-Priya, which is definitely the Finnish person. Mark Owen up there as well for 16. Work rate is 17 for Musa Boulay. Teamwork is 18 for Sami Odem and Paulo Manuel. Concentration is 12 for Pedro Mateus, which is a great concentration for a youth intake, and 10 for the Finnish lad. Decisions, 13 for Lenny Watch, 12 for Petri Kuusen-Priya, and 12 for James Wood. And then composure is 12 for Ross Laird, and everybody else is below 10 in that one. So An interesting intake. Doesn't look the greatest, does it? It doesn't look like it's going to be much to focus on. A quick look then, going from bottom to top. Moussa Boulay doesn't look great. Plays short, simple passes, no determination, inconsistent. I haven't really got time for an inconsistent goalkeeper. He's a goalkeeper, but we actually just signed the last goalkeeper from the intake, so we don't. He's not a goalkeeper. He's a midfield centre. Why do I think he was a goalkeeper? But it's even worse. Low determination for a midfield centre is pretty rubbish. Not going to hang around on him for too long. Doesn't look great. The next player is a goalkeeper. Pedro Mateus from Angola is 15 years old, injury prone and very injury prone and inconsistent. Low determination. Doesn't look great. I don't think we're going to be spending much time on many players in this intake. Mark Owen, 2-star potential ability from Wales, is a right winger or attacking midfielder. Short, simple passes, look for pass rather than attempt to score. Inconsistent, has a competitive streak as well. Some decent physicals in there. Pace 12, fitness 15, agility 12, acceleration 14, determination of 16 I absolutely love, but it's a shame the rest of his attributes are pretty rubbish. I mean, positioning 1, surely any professional football knows where they need to stand. That's what I don't understand about this. Like, I don't get it. He couldn't have been that good before the age of 16 if he didn't know where to stand on a football pitch, right? I just don't get it. James Watson, Englishman, 2-star potential ability, is inconsistent, has a competitive streak, is pretty rubbish all round as well. Good first touch, decent technique. Passing of 11 is pretty decent as well, actually. Vision, he's got the makings of a good playmaker, but he's just going to do nothing with those physicals in the Premier League, is he? I just really don't see him developing at all. No, I don't. Josh McLaughlin, Englishman, 2-star potential, very, very fit and healthy. Natural fitness 17, aggression 16. A few more 10s in there, but has a competitive streak, is consistent, which is pretty good. But again, lacks. You need, at this stage of a youth academy challenge, you need standout attributes to be jumping out at you to be like, oh my god, he's 16. We can work on his physicals, but he's got passing 18 or something. That's what you need these sorts of days in this save. Right, the Finnish left back, Petri Kozanon Pria, which probably wins name of the intake. However, not great. Determination 16 is good, work rate 14, teamwork 11, leadership 12, concentration 10, decisions 12, aggression 13, stamina 11, jumping reach 11. All of those are okay. However, he's inconsistent, he's injury prone, he lacks composure, he's not versatile, he's a crap level, that's understandable, and he lacks strength and fitness. So whilst he could improve a lot in the future, I don't see it really happening for him, which is annoying. He's got a great name. Paulo Manuel, 15 years old, from Portugal, 2.5-star potential ability, competitive streak, inconsistent in there as well. Physicals they're not great, they're not dreadful. There's a number of 10s, a 13 for agility. Teamwork's really good, work rate's good, flair's good, aggression 15 is good, passing 11, technique 14, tackling 4 is rubbish for someone that can play right back. Determination 5, decisions 5, concentration 4. I'm not enthralled right now. Edwin Collins. Okay, we've got some physicals for Edwin Collins, which is a start. Right winger, acceleration 11, agility 13, fitness 11, pace 13, aggression 11, flair 15, work rate 12, dribbling 14. He's not awful. He's also very, very consistent, which is useful. But he's so far away from anything we need that I even think he'll get to ability to play for us. Ross Laird, the first of 2 Scotsmen in a row. Midfield right and left. Pace 13, acceleration 14, natural fitness 16, aggression 11, composure 12, determination 13, flair 11, first touch 11, dribbling 11, technique 10. I mean, again, it's just, he's inconsistent, got a competitive streak. There's not many redeeming features of the players we've looked at so far. James McDonald at 15 years old, balance 15, pace 13, agility 11, acceleration 11, aggression 14, leadership 12, off the ball 11, teamwork 14, and technique 11. Again, it's not dreadful, but he's got determination of 1. He's inconsistent. He's just not going to make it, is he? He's just not going to make it, James McDonald. Like, we're already over halfway through all the players, and we've had utter shite, let's be honest with it. Dan Davies from Wales, Jumping reach 15, fitness 15, leadership 13, work rate 14, tackling 14, heading 12, marking 8. Again, there's the basis of a centre-back there. Like, he's very consistent as well. 6'6", great jumping reach. He'll probably do pretty well in the under-21s, to be honest. He might get a contract. I think that's the first person I've committed to giving a contract is Dan Davies. Larry Fallon from Ireland. Spirited young centre-back, jumping reach 12, fitness 12, balance 11, strength 12, 6'4", aggression 15, bravery 17, heading 11, marking 11, tackling 11. Another one. Looks like he could be pretty useful. There's basis there that you can work on that you need to be a good under-21s player as a centre-back. He's consistent. Some good positives in there. We've got 2 people we're definitely giving contracts to, and they're both centre-backs at the moment. DeAndre Morris at right midfield or right wing. 15 years old, unambitious personality. Lots of people coming through with looks for pass rather than attempting to score, which is interesting. Pace 12, fitness 11, balance 14, agility 12, acceleration 13. Good physicals. Aggression 15, flair 11, technique 12, passing 10, dribbling 10, crossing 7. Very, very inconsistent. Needs a lot of work on him. Determination 5, I don't love. Might get a contract just purely because he's one of the better potential players coming through at 3 stars, but not convinced. Sammy Odam, left winger from England, is slightly inconsistent, looks for pass and rather attempting to score. If someone can go back through and count up for me how many people have come through and looks for pass rather than attempting to score, because I feel like it's loads in this intake. Acceleration 11, fitness 14, balance 11, pace 10, aggression 11, determination 12, flair 11, teamwork 18, work rate 15, technique 11, passing 11, dribbling 13 and crossing 13. Again, there's some decent base attributes. Just it's all missing a certain je ne sais quoi, isn't it? It's all missing a certain superb element that you need to know you're going to make it. So into the final 2, Lenny Watch, 16 years old, fairly loyal, centre back, can play left back, strength 6, he's 6'3", jumping reach of 10. He's not inconsistent or injury prone, which is a positive start. Fitness 14, aggression 11, decisions 13, positioning 13, tackling 14, marking 8, heading 7. He actually looks worse than the other 2 centre backs I've said I'll probably give a contract to, but he's got half decent potential. And finally, James Wood, the temperamental right back or right wing back who has a competitive streak but is consistent and can't jump. So stamina 12, natural fitness 12, jumping reach 14, agility 9, acceleration 7 isn't great. Aggression 12, bravery 18, decisions 12, determination 12, positioning 11, teamwork 15, work rate 10, technique 15, tackling 11, passing 9, marking 9, first touch 10. It's a pretty crap intake. Let's be brutally honest about it. It's bad in the terms of what intakes we've been having. I would say that's a bad intake given anything. I just don't think that's a good... To not have anyone come through as elite is a little bit disappointing with the facilities and the staff and all the other intakes we've had previously. But I guess it does compare to people at the club already. So it does just mean that our players are very, very strong, which is good. Which is a good thing, right? I mean, James Wood coming through at 4-star potential. A League 2 standard player already could improve a lot. Could be up to 4-star. So if we go into our squad and look at a 4-star player, who do we have? Who do we have that's actually got ability of 4-star? There you go. It is, well, Massimo Englefield is a 4-star player. So maybe I shouldn't be, who's currently injured, maybe I shouldn't be so blasé about that intake. The only difference I find is that Massimo Englefield has determination 13 and is very consistent and loves big matches, isn't injury prone and has a lot of positives. But I guess you can grow those positives. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm not overly convinced by that intake. I don't think that's very good. Let me know your thoughts. We're going to leave it there. We did fly through that one because there wasn't great ability in there. But, yeah. Let me know your thoughts. Who's a standout for you? Should we just bin them all off? And let me know your thoughts about the question of, do we make this a one-and-done Champions League final series, or do we try and keep going until we win the Champions League, or until I get utterly depressed about reaching Champions League finals and not winning them? Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you in the next one. I should be back from holiday by the next video coming out. I'm not 100% sure. See you in a bit. Cheers.